whole, like, Hunger Games month thing, November, which most people, it's Zelda month, but for me, I made it Hunger Games month. Yeah, no one does remember that. It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, I know it's June, but there is a new Hunger Games book being written by Suzanne Collins. What? A Tuesday video? I know. Crazy, right? Does that mean there's not a Wednesday video? Well, yes and no. I mean, there is a video, but it's not going to come out on Wednesday. My pre-planned video is going to come out on Thursday, so I have time to record it and edit it since I'm doing this, and I've decided to just release videos whenever I can. Basically, if something comes up, something newsworthy that I want to talk about, I'll do it. If I end up uploading the video on Tuesday, then my pre-scheduled Wednesday video will be Thursday. And yeah, anyway, much like today, because we have some crazy news. So, the Hunger Games, you know, that trilogy about war and PTSD and government and politics and all of this crazy stuff. That trilogy that was just oh so good, that got me into reading in general, like, I don't know why I waited that long to get into reading, but you know, yeah, that one. Well, our girl, Suzanne Collins, who wrote the trilogy, is writing a prequel that's going to come out March 19th of 2020. That means March 19th, 2020, I'll be reading that book all day and just having, you know, oh my gosh, it's just going to be crazy. So my friend Jonathan texted me this morning when I'm recording this Monday, but you're seeing it Tuesday, so Monday morning saying, oh my gosh, Suzanne Collins is writing another Hunger Games book. It's a prequel. And I was like, psh, no, she's not. And then he, of course, gives me proof. And I'm like, wait, what? Okay. And then another friend of mine, Jeremiah, messaged me later on in the day, and all he wrote was my name in all caps. And before he could even get it out, I texted him back, I know, Hunger Games. It's like, I love how we automatically knew. Like I already knew what he was going to be messaging me about. Like, that's good stuff. And Jesse from Game Over Jesse also messaged me on Discord and was like, Hunger Games! And I'm like, I know! Everyone I know! Isn't it crazy? So, like I said, it's a prequel, and I kind of always wanted a little more history from Suzanne Collins herself on the history of the Hunger Games. But at the same time, if she didn't feel that there was a story that needed to be written, I didn't want her to just, you know, make up stuff, fluff like some other authors do, where they just, you know, tweet out information about their characters, and I don't count that. Anyway, another video for another day. And of course, if it was going to be written, it needed to be Suzanne Collins. So this is pretty awesome. Apparently it takes place during the 10th annual Hunger Games, which at first I was like, oh really? I was hoping it would be the 25th, the first quarter quell, because we know what the second and third quarter quell were, but we don't know what the special thing was for the first quarter quell. Oh well. On top of this, Lionsgate has already come out the gate saying that they are going to head up on making the movie adaptation of this book. That was quick. It better be Francis Lawrence doing the directing. And on top of that, it better be James Newton Howard doing the music. It just... I'm going to have some serious doubts if it's not those two. So I actually don't really have many predictions or theories on what it's gonna be about, but I know that whatever it is, clearly Suzanne Collins feels that there is a story within the world of Panem, the Hunger Games, that needs to be told. Because I know a lot of people look at the Hunger Games like it's just some love story, and I'm like, excuse me, this is not Twilight. This actually has depth. Just offended Twilight fans. Pretty sure I did that in another Hunger Games video too. Again, these are books that, sure, there was a love story, but it was like kind of just psh, that's a small part of it. It was about war and the effects of it and what happens. It's so... The older I get, every time I reread it, I'm just completely blown away by the complexity of the story and how deep and dark it is. Suzanne Collins does not strike me as the type of author who's just like, well, it was successful, so I'm going to keep writing. If so, she would have already done something by now. Again, she's not like some other authors who, while I respect them, put out tweets giving information on characters, which again, I don't count. She tells a story because there's a story to be told, something important that she wants to say, and I'm really looking forward to whatever that is. But going back to the whole prediction thing, I do have one prediction, that we're gonna know someone in this Hunger Games. like in the actual games. Mags. Remember Finnick's mentor? She died, she sacrificed herself by walking into the fog, the poisonous fog, and catching fire. I think this is going to be her Hunger Games. It wouldn't surprise me, because that would mean, one, she's really old during catching fire, but also, two, that means she's been alive the entire time, like since before the first Hunger Games. She was alive during the war that caused the games. Maybe that's not a prediction as much as kind of like a hope. I don't know. I think that would be really, really cool. But there probably will be another character we know, and that is President Snow, albeit a lot younger. Now that might sound crazy, like there's no way. I mean, he's already, kind of old during the 75th Hunger Games. So how could he be president during the 10th? Well, remember what Finnick Odair says in the books and in the movies. They did this adaptation well. Finnick says he was such a young man when he came to power, and such a clever one to keep it. So, who knows? Maybe he was like 18 when he came to power. I don't know. Not much older than Max. I don't know. Maybe he just looks good for his age. I mean, he does live in the freaking capital. Predictions aside, I have many questions. Are Districts 1 and 2 and sort of 3 already bloodthirsty from the get-go, or at least by the 10th year? Is District 11 already super duper strict? Is District 12 already kind of downtrodden and crappy? Is this the year that District 12 has a volunteer? I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure District 12 did have someone volunteer, but it was a long time ago. So maybe this is that person. Or maybe... Wait. I was about to say that maybe this is the District 12, like the first winner of District 12, but if Mags is in it, which I don't know, but if she is, then it has to be Mags that wins, so... Yeah, lots of questions. So many questions, my mind is blown. I was thinking about the Hunger Games, like, a few weeks back, and how, like, it's kind of sad that it's kind of over, and I feel like I'm not, constantly looking for merchandise on it. I reread the books every year, like I said, in November. Same with rewatching the movies, but it's something that, is gonna eventually kind of die out for me and just kind of be a yearly thing, which I know will probably happen with How to Train Your Dragon, which breaks my heart. Eventually it'll happen with Harry Potter. If nothing else is coming out, or nothing good is coming out, then, it's so sad. But to see this get an almost revival, like, I'm so interested in what inspired Suzanne Collins to write a prequel. What story does she want to tell us? Like, oh my gosh. And Lionsgate already picking it up. Oh my gosh, that's just insane. It's just insane. What do you guys think of this? I'm pretty hyped, but also more so just intrigued. Like, not even like, yay, Hunger Games! It's like, oh, okay. Let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are on this. And of course, this is not going to be my only video this week. I'll have another video come out probably Thursday, and it's Breath of the Wild themed, so be sure to come back for that. Also, thanks for the 200 plus subscribers I've gained in the past week because of my crazy reaction video where, I got kind of excited about the Breath of the Wild sequel and kind of cried, and that got a lot of views. I guess people like watching me cry. Why? That happened with Endgame too. I'm just an emotional person. Weird. Anyway, that's all for this quick video. Thanks for watching. And of course, thank you so much to my patrons like Justin, Greg, and Andrew. Y'all's support is very much appreciated. And if anyone else would like to get in on the special stuff that I offer my patrons, just go to patreon.com/thegeekapprentice. The link is in the description below.